Hola. Hi. I'm Melissa. This is my sign name. I'm Midajah. This is my sign name. It's nice to meet you. You as well. I'm so excited to chat with you today. Many people come to Gallaudet for different reasons. But a big reason you came to Gallaudet was for the athletics, right? Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. Tell me about your journey in athletics and sports growing up. Well, my mom and my grandmother both played sports. My grandmother was a basketball player and my mom did track and double dutch, as well as other sports. I come from a family of athletes, but I started really around 7th grade. I started first with basketball until about 11th grade. I also started track in the 7th grade. And I'm still a track and basketball player to this day. Wow, that's a lot to go through. And even as the only deaf student in your school, you were one of the best in your high school. A star athlete, right? Yeah, you could have gone to any hearing college to continue your athletic journey. But you chose Gallaudet. What made you look at Gallaudet? Well, my mom and I really went back and forth about Gallaudet. I first wanted to go to Virginia Tech in Virginia, but I sat down and I thought about it. I realized that if I went, the stress of being mainstreamed would make me feel sick of it, and I've already gone through it, and I didn't want to go through it another 4 years. With Gallaudet, there was not many black deaf goers, and not many black deaf females who go to the university in general. I felt that I needed to go, and once I saw it, I loved it. As soon as I stepped on campus, I was enthralled with Gallaudet. You grew up going to public schools, right? What was it like playing on hearing teams growing up? Very, very hard, I'm not gonna lie. I have to listen and look at the interpreter at the same time. It's very hard. I learned to adapt. I wanted to feel comfortable. I also used to have hearing aids. My teacher would wear the FM system. Do you know what that is? Yes, with the pack and the earpods. Yeah, I didn't like it. I'd take off my hearing aids and use the interpreter when I missed things that were being announced. If there was an emergency or something going on, it would be hard to hear the teacher because the teacher was facing the board all the time and I couldn't understand. I won't lie, it was really hard going to a mainstream school, but I persevered. Now, of course, I'm curious in high school. You played with hearing teams. With Gallaudet, you play with a deaf team. What was that like? It was so different. For example, if you're trying to call a teammate for something, they are deaf. I'm at a deaf school. I have to walk over and tap them on the shoulder. With a hearing teammate, I can just call their name and it was a little easier that way. They just look over and I could tell them what I wanted to say. I'm not going to lie though, it's very hard at the same time because being in a mainstream school, when people wanted to talk to me, I couldn't hear them, or sometimes I couldn't understand the referee. There's an interpreter, but sometimes the interpreter can't hear either. This made it hard, but with a deaf team, it's so much easier. You know when things are going to happen and whatever I want to do will work out. I get it. With Gallaudet, having deaf teammates, deaf coaches, and direct communication, what was that like? I love it. It's my language. It's my language, and I love my language. Do you feel more connected with the teammates you have? Being able to root for each other and sign to each other and be encouraging, what does that support look like? We're really still learning how to bond and all of that. But it's different than with a hearing team. With the deaf team, it's very different. The vibe is stronger, we're ready to go. I get excited and I have to remember to stay cool and chill. Without the team, I don't know where I'd be, I won't lie. Now's the time for you to brag about yourself. It's okay, you can brag about yourself. What accomplishments have you made at Gallaudet in track up until now? Well, I broke the outdoor and indoor records. Wow, The indoor record was set in 2002. I believe the outdoor record was in 2012. I was 1 year old when the indoor record was set, and 11 when the outdoor one was set, being the first Black deaf woman to break Gallaudet's record for the shot put. Cheers, that's so amazing. It's amazing. It's truly inspiring. How many years ago was that? I believe it was 2019 in February, so about 3 to 4 years ago. Yep, 3 to 4 years. Since that time, what has been your most memorable moment at Gallaudet? I know there's many moments, but pick the one that you think of the most and cherish. It'll probably be coming to Gallaudet and seeing everyone signing just like me and seeing that deaf history is there. And that really warms my heart. You don't really see that in the world, but you see it here on campus. I'm curious about your identity. You mentioned that deaf history is close to your heart. Did you feel proud of yourself as a deaf person before you came to Gallaudet? Or did Gallaudet contribute to you accepting that identity? Gallaudet truly contributed. Before I came to Gallaudet, I was embarrassed to be deaf because there weren't really many deaf people where I lived. I was really embarrassed to be deaf and be wearing hearing aids, but once I came to Gallaudet, I realized that it's okay to be deaf. It's okay. Yes. So I was still in high school when I came here, when I first visited, and then went back home and I realized it's fine that I'm different. It's very different and it's okay to be different. I took that in and it changed my life. Changed my life. Is that video still on your Facebook? Oh yeah, I'm so curious to see your response getting into Gallaudet. Yeah, I cried. I just finished practice and I went home. My mom showed me and I cried. How does Gallaudet Athletics support you with doing well in academics? What sort of support do you get? My coach is always on us. Coach is on us. The teachers are on us. Everyone is on us. It's hard, but I push through it. I have to work and get used to it. We have a study program where we go. If we're having a hard time and we get tutors, things like that. I just go if I need help, or I just a quiet place to work. Yeah, the support of people who truly care about you can go a long way. Yeah, I know it's impossible to have anyone like your mom on campus here at Gallaudet, but is there someone who is a staff or a coach who really gives you support that you look up to? My coach, Nikki, she is, wow. She went to Harvard University. She does the hammer throw, and she's an Olympian from Jamaica. She broke many records, and she still holds them in Jamaica for different events. She really has shown me that I have potential to live up to. You see a lot of Black women that compete where I live. Seeing her live was truly inspired me, and I'm trying to be like her, but better. I want to show the kids because I'm here. If I can do it, you can do it too. So in some ways, Gallaudet has fed your deaf identity, but also your Black identity, which is really important to you. Yeah, this helps you feel whole with all your identities. Yes, it's really important to find your identity and find what you love to do, find your way through life. If that's through Gallaudet, then come here and do you. You know what I mean? Suppose another high school student was truly good at athletics and was about to graduate and wasn't sure if Gallaudet Athletics was the right place for them. What would you say to them? You will come here and feel comfortable. If Gallaudet is the right place for you, then yeah. Wherever you go, you'll still shine within sports. Don't think you have to go to a D1 school. It doesn't matter what school you go to. I'm at a D3 school and I'm good. I've beaten a lot of D1 athletes. Coming here and showing the world that deaf people can do things is the reason why I came here. I feel like I've done that and I'm going to continue doing that. Come here with a purpose, not because you have to. Come here with a purpose for your life. Yes, beautiful statement. This was a lovely chat. You're a natural.